The record we had done actually for quite a while. We had it actually in the can for a few months, and we basically took our time with it. You know, we didn't really want to stress, and you know, usually what we do is we would rent a studio for a month or something. We'd go in and, you know, bang everything out. But this time we're like, let's do this in our home studios, because, you know, we're fortunate to have our own Pro Tools setups, everybody and you know, in the band. So we kind of like did that thing, you know, we took it easy, and you know, we took our time to record everything. We wanted to feature everybody's best performances possible, you know. And I think we achieved that, you know, and we also had a different approach, a little bit of different approach on the mixing process this time, you know. We've mixed all our albums before in you know, at Fredman's studio in Sweden, but this time we moved to another studio. So, you know, we wanted a bit more of a raw sound, a bit more, you know, kind of like a stripped down, kind of like classic, you know, straight heavy metal sound, not too polished, not too, you know, compressed and all that stuff, you know. It's powerful, it's dynamics, you know, and all that. And at the same time, it's raw. You can hear it's 5 guys, you know, playing, like, you know, jamming, you know. That was a kind of like a, you know, the kind of vibe we wanted, and a bit more of a organic sound, I guess. Actually, believe it or not, we started totally like the other way around. We started with vocals on this album, yeah, because, you know, usually what we do is we have all the session files from the pre-production that we do. So we would send that to Apollo, singer, and he would do all the stuff because he's a Greek guy, but he lives in Sweden. He grew up in Sweden, so he would do all his stuff in Sweden, and then once we made sure, you know, all the vocals were there and really good, and then, you know, we got the files back, and then we started recording drums, tracking drums, and then, you know, the rest, guitars, bass, keys. And so we started with the vocals, believe it or not. And then we did drums, and then we did guitars and all that stuff. So the rest was done in Greece in our home studios. And you know, we started building from the, you know, from the pre-production demos, and then we made the whatever changes we did, because usually after we do the demos, we go in the rehearsal room and we play all the songs in the rehearsal room. So then we see what kind of changes we'll make, you know, to bring it to the, you know, to the band's needs, and then we'll go back, change those files, and, you know, if we've added measures or taken out or whatever we've done, and then that will be the final that will go, you know, to the final recording. So that's the process we followed. Yeah. You know, it's very convenient, actually. It's convenient. It's you know, that's the final thing, and then, you know, you know you've done your part with the band. You went in there. It's not like just, you know, it was a couple of guys sitting in a computer and stuff, because me and Bob, usually the keyboard player, me and Bob, we do everything together. But you know, getting the band in also to try these songs out and make sure that we can take this on stage, you know, that's very important. And then you go back to your thing, and then you keep, you know, you kind of like, you know, you go what you would do in a normal studio. You basically record into a Pro Tools system, which would be a session file anyways. So, and you know, by having the luxury to be, you know, at home and doing that, you know, you don't have the stress of, oh, I got 2 more days to finish guitars. Oh, you know, it's like, and you know, there's never enough time, really. You know, it ends when it ends, I guess, and you have to decide when that ends. You know, obviously you don't want to have a, you know, be recording for a year or something, but at the same time, it's not cool to have that stress and, you know, thinking like, ah, I could have gotten that a bit better, you know. With that said, I'm always the fastest guy to finish recordings. I did everything in about 7 or 8 days. Yeah, everything, like all rhythms, all leads, all clean acoustic parts. But by that time, I'm also very prepared, because I've already recorded it once on the pre-production. I went back, changed stuff. So it's just a matter of recording it again, like clearly and stuff, you know, like with no mistakes and all that.